Welcome to the digital session on the behalf of Rawal Public School. And today, I, Harpreet Kaur, will tell you something about the agriculture and its type. From the ancient times, the agriculture has been practiced by the human being. The term agriculture has its origin in the Latin word ager, which means the field, and the cultura means the culture or to cultivate. Thus, the agriculture refers mainly to the tilting of field for growing crops. Agriculture is the most important economic activity. It includes the growing of crops, vegetable, fruits, flower, and the rearing of the livestock. All over the world, 50% of the population is engaged in the agricultural activity. Two-thirds of the India's population is still depend upon agriculture for their survival. Agriculture is the primary activity which produces most of the food that we consume, and it also produces raw material for the various industries. Some agriculture products like tea, coffee, spices are also exported, which bring the foreign currency. As per 2018, agriculture contributed 15.4% of the country's gross domestic product. Factors influencing agriculture. Climate. The role of climate is crucial in governing agriculture activities. Throughout the world, temperature and the rainfall are the basic factor on which the agriculture survives. Relief feature. The land on which the crops are grown is known as arable land, and the lowland lands such as plain, river valleys, delta are the most suitable for the cultivation of crops rather than the hilly areas. Soil. Soil of different places vary in their chemical composition. The soil not only support the plant but also act as a medium to supply moisture and a nutrient to the plant. Socioeconomic factor. The socioeconomic factors such as availability of labor, capital market for commodity, cost of farming, system of land ownership, government policies, and the level of scientific and technology development also influence agriculture region. Types of farming. Owing to the different economic activities and environmental condition around the world, various types of farming are practiced. On the basis of availability of land, agriculture can be intensive, a small piece of land, and extensive on a large field. On the basis of objectivity of cultivation, agriculture is mainly of two types, subsistence and commercial. Subsistence agriculture is the most basic form of agriculture. It is practiced since the primitive ages and basically practiced to meet the requirement and the need of the farmer and their family. Subsistence farming can be further defined, classified in intensive subsistence farming or the primitive subsistence farming. Intensive subsistence agriculture, maximum uses of minimum land is done. The farmer cultivates a small plot of land using simple tool and more labor. More than one crop in a year can be grown on a same plot. This commonly practiced in the China, Japan, India, and several other Southeast Asian countries. Several families are dependent on the limited area land due to which land is cultivated intensively with the lots of human labor. Crop rotation method and manuring, mainly the fertility of soil, and the major crops grown are sugarcane, cotton, rice, and wheat. Primitive subsistence farming are of two types, nomadic herding and the shifting cultivation. Nomadic herding is the most commonly type of herding practiced by nomads who wander from place to place in search of grazing pasture with water and their animal. Shifting cultivation is mostly practiced in the tribal area, hill areas, and forested land, where it is also known as a jhum. Shifting cultivation is mostly found in the tropical forest, and practice of this method promote the deforestation and also cause environmental pollution, as because to clear the forest, standard tribal burn down the trees and bushes. In some of the part, it is also known as the slash and burn agriculture. The commercial farming. In the commercial farming, crops are cultivated and livestock are reared as a commonly to sell in the market. In this type of agriculture, the farmers are generally large in size with extensive farming operation. Investments in high depend on the working technique of farmer. In the commercial farming, most of the work is done by machines, and commercial farming include commercial grain farming, mixed farming, and plantation. Plantation agriculture is commonly practiced in the tropical and subtropical area, and a method of agriculture was introduced by the European. This is completely commercial in nature, and in this method, one crop is produced on a large scale, and a large estates are managed like an industrial unit and scientific line. A huge amount of capital invested, which is used for hiring cheap and skilled labor. Sometimes labor is imported from the outside. The market for the plantation crop local as well as international. I hope you will be able to understand the term agriculture and its importance and its contribution in agriculture to Indian economy. Thank you. Have a nice day and keep smiling.